Cheerio from myself and Piper and the cow. So I made a fantastic, I'll talk about my eye in a minute. I made a fantastic video before surgery and before my animals, and it didn't work. I need to convince my man to get me a new computer. I'll tell you about the eye still. So I am going to talk about Meghan, and I'll tell you why I get a lot of views from that. I have a murder I'm working on. Oh, sorry, that was... We have war going on here. And it didn't work, the video. I even put makeup on. Oh my God. That night, and it was about 25 minutes, a little longer than I like to go. But it was good. I mean, I went line by line. Okay, I don't like it when people ramble. So I had another where they drain this sac that's in my brain, which has me off of work until November or so, and I cannot stand it. I want to go back to work desperately. So I wasn't walking very well, and the puppy, Lucy, does get under me. Remember, my mom died because Rudy got under her feet. He murdered her. And so I try to be aware and have her go in front of me. But I really wasn't thinking. I was on some drugs, and the cats got right in the way of the landing on the stairs. You know, my stairs go down and then turn and go down. And Lucy got in there, and the cats, everyone started fighting. I hit the corner of the railing. I mean, one of the cats scraped my wall, my paint. You can see their little cat nails in it. I think that's a cat scratch. I have a couple more scratches on me. And you want to know the worst part? I still fed them that night. I like them for some reason. So I'm not pretty today. Okay, I realize that my channel is sort of turning into, it's fun to make fun of Meghan Markle channel. But my channel is called Meredith's 2 Cents. I'm working on a murder. I'm still working on the little girl who, she and her boyfriend killed the mother. But I mean, that story's, I'll go as big as my screen. It's that big. There's so much in that story. It's crazy. But I was watching something about Prince Harry's wife recently, and it made me think. She's whining about everything she didn't get. Okay, well, that isn't true. I don't like to say her name. Miss Harry's wife, why don't we just say that, was invited to Christmas before she and Harry were married. I just now thought of this, so I should have looked it up. I'm not sure if she was even invited, and she and Harry were not engaged. But I'm going to guess they were probably engaged and then married just the following year, because they only dated a little over a year before she got the ring. If you like it, then you want to put a ring on it. And I do know that's Beyonce, because I was talking to my child one day. There's a judge I watch. She's like, kids are goats. And I thought, well, she's correct. And he said, Mom, you say you don't know anything about Beyonce. Well, that's her song. I had said something and stated it. So there's my Beyonce song. I know. You know, Beyonce's best friend. Ding. I just got a text from Beyonce. What an idiot. She is so stupid. And she could have edited that out, and she didn't. Same with the line with Mindy Kaling. You know, Mindy Kaling, who actually earned her own way. And she didn't have a daddy who was a producer or something like that. I can't believe you still call me Markle. You know I'm Sussex now. She could have edited that out, and she didn't. Oh, there, I'm yelling like Oprah does. Wow. Jamie 3 names. Oh, I'm crying now. Here, look, I can do it. You've made me cry. I can't really do it on that eye because it hurts. Okay, this was Sunday, and Sunday night I went to bed. You know, well, I did this before I went to bed. I was going to bed, brushed my teeth, and I went to just wash my face like normal. And as soon as I did the soap, it hurt a little bit. Okay, but when I try to soap for 30 seconds, I literally count. I brushed my teeth for 2 minutes also. I mean, I have one of those teeth brushes. You do 30 seconds at a time. 30 seconds equals 2 minutes. And I just got my washcloth to get the soap, and I'm always weary of my eyes. eyes are extra sensitive with soap. Do you wash your face at night? And I just put my washcloth right there, and oh my goodness, pain. I normally put my glasses on like this. I put them on this side and just push them on my face. I can't even do that right now because it hurts too much. And my brain's probably only about that big. So maybe it's on that side, and that's why it hurts. Okay. There's a big difference. The whole Sandringham. I think Christmas is at Sandringham. Maybe summer's at Sandringham. But I am pretty sure that Christmas is at Sandringham. Okay, so again, I'm completely in no order. Brain. Oh no, I can't say that. I already told you. I made this video already before this nonsense. Excuse me. Pardon me. For those of you, so I don't know what that alarm is for. I'm 54 years old. I'm at the point I have to label my alarms now. You know, if it's 4 hours, take the boy to football practice, I don't have to do that. I'm not driving right now. I can't drive either. Do you have any idea what it's like to not drive? I mean, we were 13 and 14. We were just used to it. Hey, Mom, can you take me here? When you've been driving for 40 years or 38 years, oh my goodness, I can't stand it. And my man's wonderful about it. Taxi sale. What was I talking about? See, the alarm messed me up. I don't know. I was going to say, if you remember what I was talking about, tell me below. That really won't help me. Oh, I do remember. So those of you who've had a baby, can you imagine having a baby and then in about 2.5 hours, you have to go stand on the stairs? Now, granted, you're in the Lido wing, which I suspect is a little extra fancy. And yes, someone does come in and do your hair and makeup. But you still have to go stand on the stairs and go. And yes, the first time you're holding the future king, so that may be a little bit more special. But shoot, the second, third time, Charlotte and Louis, heck, they're nothing. I'm obviously teasing. They're both adorable. That little Louie is just going to be a heartbreaker. She had to go stand on the wing and show her kids. Holy goodness. What did Prince Harry's wife do? Nothing. We didn't see the kid in the blanket. So that's my issue. I don't think the kid is real. Well, maybe, but I fully believe now the child is a surrogate. Tell me what you think. And I was on the fence. I'm sorry. This eye, it's kind of a little gross, but not really. It makes my eye leak a little bit. And then if I don't get it right when it dries, man, it hurts when I try to pick the leak off, the little crust. See, I can't talk about other things because then I forget what I was talking about. Baby, wing. Oh, yeah. You know, King Charles at that time, the Prince of Wales, and the Queen are looking at this blanket. We don't even see a head there. Not even, the crown. Nothing. And Harry says, excuse me, he sure changed a lot in 2 weeks. What? I thought the baby was 2 days old. They've got Meghan with that stupid little post-birth bump. Okay, well, frankly, I did not have that. I am a little fortunate genetically. I left the hospital, 2 days later. So you have the baby on a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You leave on Friday. I think I'm correct. If I'm not, tell me. Okay, some of you will be angry at me. I left in the jeans that I was wearing when I got pregnant. I didn't have any problems. But Meghan has that little bump that there's times she's supposedly 7 months pregnant and she doesn't have that large of a bump. But he's changed so much in 2 weeks. T&T, I think it's Tea and Therapy. She's wonderful. She's a beautiful British accent. She thinks that Harry got a girlfriend pregnant, and that this first child, what's his name? Oh, Archie, is that girl's baby, and they've made some sort of deal. And then 2 weeks later or so, they got this Archie kid. The reason I struggle with Little Betty, is it is absolutely impossible for that child to have red hair or blonde hair. She could have dark brown hair. She's not even going to have light brown hair. Meghan's 43% Nigerian. Okay, I don't buy into that either. But she is 12.5% black. There's no way red hair never, ever, ever dominates. I've heard brown eyes always dominate. And I've always assumed that. If I'm incorrect, tell me. My mother had blue eyes. My father had brown eyes. I have brown eyes. Tell me about your eyes. And I have very, very dark brown eyes. I mean, they're almost black. Okay. So Catherine released the photos. Harry's wife did not. Because Meghan was treated so differently in the royal family because of her race. Okay. Meghan had a daytime I'm going to guess she had 3 nannies. 8, 16, 24. Yes. She had a daytime nanny, a nighttime nanny, and then an in-between nanny. For those of you that have had full-time nannies, let me know how the scheduling works. I have never had a nanny. I've never been that fortunate. I have been a nanny, but never had a nanny. And the people I was a nanny for, and it didn't last very long. It was a summer in college or something. They had a lot of money, but they would come home and go to their room. And the kids wanted to see them. And their room had a bedroom and a sitting room, so they weren't going in and being forced to sit on their bed or something. But they would go in their room. And the kids were literally, I guess, downstairs. But because they're like, well, I want Mommy to read this book. And in my head, I'm thinking, Mommy doesn't like you. You are just an ornament to her. She had you because she had to have you. But of course, I would make up some nonsense. Mommy's doing work. It was ridiculous. But they both would do it. It made me say, oh yeah. She gave her son's name Archie. His name is not even Archibald, which is a little odd. There was a famous guy on Titanic, Archibald, someone, who famously saved, was able to rescue a few people. But she named him Archibald. Archie, not even Archibald. I need to hurry up. Our Secret Service names. Okay, they're not Secret Service, and she uses that term. There's something else, M16 or MI6. In America, you have Secret Service. Well, in America, you're not it's VIP, but I think the real term is IP, important person. So you don't get Secret Service when you're in America. Nice try. I have actually had Secret Service protection. Ha ha. When I was a kid, one of my dad's besties worked for Reagan, and my dad was, okay, so there's name dropping. I don't want to do that. I happen to know someone. See, there's name dropping again. I was around, I've been in a situation around a president. I'll just shut up. Pretend I said nothing about the Secret Service. Their names that M16 called them, or whomever they're called. If you're from Britain, tell me what your Secret Service is called. Was H and M. Hello? No, it's not. That's like my Secret Service name being M. Well, that's not. If I was able to choose my Secret Service name, it would be probably Ethel. I like that name. Okay. I want to hurry up. Some of the statements they make about Meghan's pregnancy. Okay, remember, she had preeclampsia, and was she past due or something? She was apparently eating spice to, bring on labor. She had preeclampsia, and she's doing that stupid dance. Hello? No. Everybody brings this up. Your belly doesn't go like this. And I think in that photo, in that dance, her boobies don't look any larger. I am, for the most part, flat-chested, and even my boobs got bigger. My husband said that. He was like, baby, can you be pregnant all the time? And I'm like, hell no. I think that's what they did. They interviewed real women. Meghan is a real woman. I believe that. Trust me, if I believe she had a tail in the front, I, I would say it. And got their stories. You know, I haven't decided if the video is really from 4 years ago. Maybe they made it thinking, well, just in case. And she's quite conniving. So I haven't decided about that. And I admit she does look a little younger. But I feel like Harry. Oh, that's right. Harry's wearing a hat. And why is he wearing a hat in the hospital? When I first thought, oh, they made this last week. Well, when this came out. I thought he's wearing a hat to hide his baldness. What does he say about his brother? He makes fun of his brother's baldness. But they say way too many things that are impossible, that are stupid. I wish I could come off the top of my head and think of something else right now. Okay, some of you, I do not have a racial bone in my body. I could care less what color you are. Treat me with decency, and I will do the same. How much money do you think she spends straightening her hair? She must have. I have tons of photos. I'll do one as my thumbnail. She's got the full fro. I'll try to shut up and shut this down. Okay, Diana, I was going to say before she died, obviously. Okay, no, you guys, here's a secret. Diana speaks to me. She speaks to me and Meghan. She said that Harry was quite thick. The most she ever knew him was 12 years. And I think he was 7 or 8 when she said that. So she had him figured out right away. Okay, and then I'm going to shut it down with this. So there's some fancy, tacky wedding going on in Italy right now. I don't know if you saw a video or a photo of them on a yacht playing in foam and suds. That's disgusting. So they're in a very large outdoor bathtub with a whole bunch of other people that for the most part, they probably don't really even know. They're just A-listers. So you go and ding, ding, ding. We have to shake hands. So People magazine, Meghan's best friend, she had to freak out with Catherine being on the cover. Catherine's great return or something. And she looks beautiful, like always. So you know what Meghan did? Harry's wife? They went to Us Weekly. And so I believe she's on Us Weekly this week because Catherine is on People magazine. Can you imagine being so desperate? It's Single White Female. Have you seen that movie? It's probably 30 years old. I have no idea. That's how desperate Harry's wife is now. Single white female. Catherine puts a picture out of herself swinging. The next day, or within the week, Harry's wife puts a photo of herself swinging. Her little As Ever products, or advertisements, she's in every advertisement. We don't want to see you. Well, I don't want to ever see her. Well, I like it. Gives me a little content. People are not buying your spread to see you. I don't really know why they're buying it. Well, spread. Meghan has probably spread a few times. And I ain't talking about jam. She did work in Hollywood, after all. Go away, you dumb bimbo. Here, I'll talk like her for a minute. I have this cow. Back when I was a peasant, like the people watching this. Oh, that makes me cry. There are a couple channels out there, and I don't even know them. I really see them more on Dan Wooten, that mock Meghan. They wear the wigs and everything, and they are hilarious. And it's a dude who does it. That's the one guy has a beard. That's almost more fun. Okay, I'm going to shut this down. I'll talk to you about some murders. Apparently Sarah Boone's been in the news recently, or writing live. So Tamika's 2 cents. You stole my channel name, Tamika. I was here before you. You're more dedicated than I am. Plus, I have this brain issue. And another guy, TMJ or TMK, have found these letters. I won't lie. 2 months ago, I looked online to see if she was doing anything, and I saw nothing. So they're better than I am. And they probably don't have a brain sack. So she's written some things. You realize she's always been this way. I'm reading some of her divorce letters. She's always been a snotty wench. And now she's been in prison. In one line, she's trying to bitch to Brian, ex-husband, and she's like, oh, and go have your rum. Okay, well, he's allowed to because he's not in prison. Okay, if you're still watching, I'm completely shocked. Hit like, hit subscribe, take care, and God bless. Bye-bye.